Welcome back. Religious leaders are calling on the government and the public to hold corrupt officials accountable. They say in 2021, all suspects found guilty of corruption and fraud should face jail time. Some government officials have been implicated in multiple cases of corruption. To discuss this further, I am joined by Archbishop Thabo Makgoba. Bishop, thank you very much for your time here on ENCA. Of course, you wrote that letter talking specifically about yesterday having been International Anti-Corruption Day. In your letter, you mention a lot about orange overalls that, some corrupt officials need to go into. But, the worst must have been this year with the COVID-19 corruption. That must have been the lowest blow.
Yes, thank you so much. One sometimes wishes that COVID-19 could go away, and now we're in the second wave, and which is very, very painful. And strategies are needed to deal with the second wave. And I hope that when we deal with those strategies, we won't have, again, the emergence of people that put their hands in the till and steal the poor people's money. And it is really, really, really a betrayal of the people's trusts to steal COVID money. And those that are implicated, indeed, as I said yesterday, need to face the consequences of their deeds.
Of course, in your letter, you also mention, Archbishop, that although law enforcement agencies are, of course, very busy at the moment with all the arrests regarding corruption, it's still not enough, I guess, because we need convictions and not only arrests.
Yes, I think all the systems that are there to ensure that those that have put their long fingers in the till are arrested need to work together. We don't want hasty arrests, and then you find that somebody in the system has not done their work, and then the persons are acquitted on technicality. All I'm saying is those whose hands are in the till must wear orange overalls. The legal system, the prosecutory system, those that those that have stolen must all work together. But we really want to see arrests. Last year in Christmas I said, sometimes I feel like in South Africa we are all saying radio blah blah, radio go go. So we just need to move from blah 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 into action.
Archbishop, before this last NEC meeting of the ANC recently, there was a previous one, and the President wrote a letter to the members of the NEC and members of the ANC talking about how he plans to deal with corruption. He actually even named the ANC accused number one in corruption. And there was a lot of reaction from ANC members, some of that reaction actually going against what the President was trying to basically do to deal with corruption. What's your reaction to how people reacted to his letter?
My reaction is really exploiting the crisis to loot public funds is treasonous. And the letter by the President as the President of the ANC to his own must carry weight within his own, and his own must come around and support him. I want a letter by South Africans where we could rewrite our social compact and say, we as South Africans are all leaders, are all presidents, and we will bring those that have stolen to book. We will ensure that if the number one who is named within the ANC, within the church, within the corporate environment is known, we will put moral pressure to bear until that person wears an orange overall. So that's my reaction.
Now, of course, the church has been a huge part of the African National Congress for some years now. One of the biggest arrests that we saw was that of the Secretary General of the ruling party. How's the church feeling about all these arrests that are happening and, the divisions that are showing within the ANC?
I think I want to really underscore that whether it is within the ANC, it is within any political party. The most important thing, we need to put systems in place where there is an effective mechanism to mitigate against corruption. And we need to highlight over and over again that corruption, as the UN Secretary has said, is a betrayal of the public trust. So if we really amplify some of those moral virtues, the moral vision, it will cut across every political party, every church. And I say in the letter also, maybe we also need to get the president to look at that bill in terms of party political funding. It might reduce this cancer of corruption that we are facing.
Well, let's leave it there. Thank you very much for your time, Archbishop Thabo Makgoba.